Hi, I'm Patty Noodleman with Naturally Unbridled Wellness, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about a continuous glucose monitor. A lot of people are getting these days. I have one myself, as does my husband. My husband is diabetic. I figured I was pre-diabetic, but the bottom line is everybody could benefit from paying attention to their blood sugar. The blood sugar is the key to regulating our metabolic health. Without any kind of measurable data, it's really impossible to know where you fall on that metabolic health spectrum. So, the cool thing though is metabolic health is closely tied to a range of conditions, including heart disease, diabetes, obesity, inflammation, fatty liver disease, PCOS in women, and of course, insulin resistance. So, if you would like to get a better arm around your health, a good place to start with things is your blood sugar because that impacts the metabolic health. Here at Naturally Unbridled Wellness, we have the ability to help get you set up with a continuous blood glucose monitor. I've been wearing mine now for a little over a month or almost a month. It's been pretty fascinating, I'll tell you that. I'm going to share my screen with you so I can show you kind of some of the ways that we're able to read things here. All right. So this here is mine. One of the best tools that we have available is they use AI. We work with a company called Thea, and they have this app that you're able to watch and see things. You can see where I've listed some of the food that I've eaten. I've not been the best at doing this because I'm just getting started, but this right here is a meal that I had here for lunch, chicken and cashew salad. They have an AI tool. This is how you log your food, right? You take a picture of the food and AI analyzes it, takes a look at it, breaks it down into the micro and the macronutrients. And I tell you what, it nailed it for what I was eating. It was a chicken cashew salad. I had spinach, red cabbage, and carrots, and they even nailed the tahini dressing. That was also on there as well too. So they nailed down the calories, the protein, fat, the carbs, the fiber, and then what they do is they watch your blood sugar through the continuous blood glucose monitor. Right here, where you see this star, that's where I took the photo and started eating my lunch. Yeah, it was a late lunch that day. But you can see they monitor it over a couple hours to see what happens to your blood sugar. And then they rate it based on how high the spike was and then how long it took for your blood sugar to kind of plane back out after eating. And then they assign a score to it. So I actually got a 95 for this particular meal. But the idea of being able to basically log your meals with a photograph is pretty awesome. I think that you will probably find this to be a really great tool for you. The other thing we really recommend using is the Libra 3 Plus monitors. That's what I have on my arm right now. And the reason why we love these is they are a literal continuous glucose monitor. Some glucose monitors really only allow you to see what the update is maybe every 5 minutes or so. With this particular monitor, it's real time. So it will monitor and update it every minute. So every minute you can see where you're at. There's an alarm that will go off if you go too low. There's an alarm that will go off if you go too high. If you've got those concerns, it's a really great way to stay on top of your blood glucose. You can also be able to share that information with a spouse. For instance, my husband and I are both using these monitors, and he can see mine, I can see his. And actually, it's really a good thing for me because my husband tends to not eat a lot when he gets busy with work. And the other day, I saw his blood sugar just dropping way down. It got into the red, like super low. So, of course, I call him. I'm like, hey, you got to eat something if you haven't yet, and he just was kind of getting a little out of it because his blood sugar was getting low. So it's a really amazing way to be more proactive with your health. And maybe you're thinking, I don't have any kind of diabetes problem. Again, there's a lot of things that you can monitor with the continuous blood glucose monitor. And it's also pretty intelligent to be able to see how some things impact your blood sugar, right? A lot of times we don't realize how much sugar is in something, right? Like for instance, at the movie theater, I had it was a iced tea, a raspberry iced tea. I thought, oh, that sounds like a smart choice. That actually sent my blood sugar pretty high. Probably not as bad as soda, but it still sent it pretty high. So if you are interested in getting a continuous glucose monitor and maybe even working with Sherry Mateko here is really a guru with gut health and nutrition. All you need to do is give us a call here at Naturally Unbridled Wellness or online you can make an appointment, but we can definitely get you set up and you can start to be more proactive with monitoring your health.